Welcome back to ESL Pro League, land of the slam dunk, where we're going to be going into our final game of the night. It should be an absolutely juicy one, Benjamin.
Slam dunk and trains is apparently what we're heading into here. So hopefully we'll see some nice grenades, I imagine. Yeah,
it should be. Obviously a map where utility is high and also is those AWPs, Ben. And we know how effective Big Clan can be on train. We've seen that historically, especially throughout the recent days. They've been performing very well. They need to try and bring that back out because they just got dissected on Dust 2.
Yeah, they were kind of found out, I guess, right? That defense was not really there. Tabs and Smooth kept picking up the double up, but they couldn't really get anything done with it, right? That was the big issue.
Yeah.
Whereas on the CT side for Heroic, you know, S-Attack had an AWP, Mertz had an AWP. As soon as Mertz got those entry kills, everything changed. Yeah,
and that's the thing. The difference is, though, God-B on a map like this, his calls can be incredible. Thanks to Vodafone that allow him to get that playbook so deep and with such good service. Should be great, Ben.
Should be great, yeah, hopefully. If the calls are bad from God-B this game,
it would be worrying.
That'd be quite bad.
It would be quite worrying.
Yeah, but on the other side of things, Sicilian, the other caller, he was actually doing pretty well. You know, other than the B-Rush calls, I suppose, that was the only question mark there was. It was pretty good. They found out the opponent's positions, they were able to isolate that, you know, the lesser man, I suppose. And from there, 11 rounds against Big on Dust 2, that's pretty solid.
That is pretty good. Overall, I mean, really, Dust 2 has still been a bit of a question mark. Obviously, we know it is a good map for Big, but they didn't really seem like themselves on it when they just played. A little bit all over the place, tried to find their footing, didn't really happen. Sort of slow. You wonder if playing those games earlier on in the day and having such a big break could have potentially come back to bite them a little bit. Obviously, a lot of downtime there. Are they DMing? What were they up to in between? Fortnite?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Forgetting their Steam passwords.
Yeah, that's another thing they do, apparently, to waste some time. But none of that this time. God-B with the grenades. No kit, but he has gone for a HE grenade. The question is, will he actually land a three-pointer with that?
Yeah, a fadeaway, a Kobe, a Tony two-step.
A Tony two-step?
Yeah.
The famous basketball player, Tony, with the two-step.
Yeah. The Texas two-step.
Isn't that a dance move?
Is it? Is that what people learn in the off-season?
I'm not too sure.
That sounds like a basketball.
A basketball?
Yeah. In the off-season, he's mastered the Texas two-step. God.
Very slow round from both sides here. Heroic. A bit more of a contact situation from them. You can see the battle there. Cillian and Freiburg both towards Ali. Smooth ready to take the fight if he wants it. But nothing really coming for it. You know, he did some damage. But also damage dealt to him as well. God-B thinking about using a smoke there, but actually pulls away. And after that amount of time, he will be rotating back towards that B site.
So Tabson in position with that USP, waiting for the push to come through, gets contact, but will he find the frags, Ben? Starts to pull the trigger, hits the first head. Oh, response is good, however. He's been knocked out for 6. Freiburg left in a bit of an awkward situation. 2 versus 3 from a distance, though. Eliminates Smuya. And it is a 2-on-2.
They're going back to B as well. God-B, I mentioned he didn't get a kit, which also means he has no armor. So the double drop towards lower is going to come into effect. But unfortunately, the USPs, I was going to say, he's winning out for the CT side, but Modi also has a USP in his hand. 1-1-1. Both players similar health. Limited time, though. Modi, he actually decides to stick it. And unfortunately, Nex does win that round. 3 kills on the pistol. Earlier on in the day, we saw Nex get 3 kills on the pistol, and from there, he pushed on like a steam train. 3-0 already.
Maybe this time he'll go like a bullet train.
Perhaps.
Faster and more reliable than the steam train, Ben.
Also better for the planet.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
More eco-friendly.
Of course. So Nex picking up the M4A4. Head armor as well. Heroic, they've got 2 Deagles. Actually didn't play on Freiburg and Modi. Unfortunately, one of them is already gone. And God-B, such unparalleled aggression there. And that is actually the other Deagle gone as well. Just a matter of time, really. Shouldn't really be able to get anything in here. Tabson, bit of a struggle there. And then S-Attack. So ultimately, the 4 kills from SMGs and a USP kill.
Pretty tidy. Next.
Solid.
Looking more like the Eurostar right now. Not departed from the station yet, Ben. Lots of delays.
Delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really had a chance to set off yet. Still waiting for a conductor to arrive from a different platform. However, maybe he has arrived now.
Potentially. The fat controller's in. It's giving them the go-ahead.
Of course. Tizian keeping the MP9 towards B. Godby and tabseN doing the same though as well. So hoping to get that bonus round in some way in. And that's really good use of it. tabseN.
Oh.
The molly actually gets the kill in the end there.
A little bit sad about that one.
Is that they actually get the kills, but tabseN overextending a bit too much, perhaps.
He's pushing his luck.
Just a bit. But ultimately, if you're big, that's 2 kills. Still man up, though. And godB still has control of team main as well. So a minute left on the clock. 2 smokes available for the heroic players. ESL holding above ladder. The other 2 going towards Ivy. However, big, they've split 2 to each site here. Smooya with the AWP alongside godB, who's making the info play towards Ali. If they double face, I was going to say it's going to be really bad news. Smooya is now going to be tested. The rotate's coming through from next.
3 versus 3. As they're going to go for this push out towards the site. Smooya in position with the AWP. If they do try and slide out through Pop Dog, he should get it, but the timing is all kinds of off for him. And that actually allows ESL to get the headshot as well. Smooya! No reaction at all, and then the fastest flick. But ESL still wins it, yeah.
Because that, he was on the screen for quite a while.
He was just staring at him at the corner of his window.
Ultimately, he did get the kill, but ESL quite fortunate to be alive, I think. Just due to that timing, you'd see it. Smooya was on that angle for a good 10-15 seconds.
It's like watching someone sleep, just standing over the bed.
Yeah. Sleep paralysis.
And then you wake up and slap them with an AWP.
Oh. So they big have actually rebought into this as well. Double AWP in play. tabseN and Smooya with 1 each. MP9 on Tizian, and then just CZs on Nex and godB. They do have a plethora of smoke grenades available to them though. So if this round plays out a bit slower, heroic, they've decided to go for a lot more firepower rather than the SMGs, where you then get the utility ability. So that means, again, they'll be limited in that department. There's 2 Molotovs available to them, a smoke and 2 flashbangs. So here comes the use of the utility, trying to get some info towards B. That's the last flashbang they'll have for this round. The longer this plays out, the worse it is for heroic, I think. Because big are keeping all their grenades still. Start getting ready. I think that's the Molotov for just outside of ladder. godB's about to move in as well. He'll get the dink off, but nothing else. And there's a lot of movement towards A main. Here it comes.
Oh, tabseN finds the first shot. tabseN with the second as well. From that tasty angle. Tizian's actually come down on Modi. And it is only ESL and Asilian that remain. So a very good start so far for Big on their CT half here of Train. They're normally quite powerful on it. ESL with the aggression. Finds the headshot on Nex. Surely there's no chance he can salvage this round, though. They're all being picked to pieces. 2 kills for both of the AWPs there.
They both survive is the main thing. It means you're able to keep the economy high. You only need to drop the guns down to the players who did fall. And heroic, you can see the money. It was a horrible round to lose. Asilian is calling for that force buy. You can see the Tech 9s in play as well, 3 of them. Alongside a CZ on Modi and a Deagle on Mertz. It looks like B might be the play unless it's an execute from above ladder. But Tizian's been, usually he's quite aggressive towards B. He'll use that early flashbang. He'll get ready to pull Molotov if he needs it. Compared to usual players, I was going to say, the more of them hold close to this bit, Molotov will halt them if they come through there. This is bold from Tizian.
Oh.
I was going to say, that's a pretty wild play to make.
That's really, yeah.
He only gets the 1 kill on some damage for it. And it means heroic, they get an M4 to play with as well. Very peculiar. Here comes the execute though. There's 2 players on big towards this swamp site. Nex on top of the white train. He has been seen, but unfortunately he doesn't know where he is there. That body.
They put up a body as a warning to their enemies, Ben.
Oh, he's planting a right side bomb.
Oh, Smooya glides through the air like a flying rat as he'll kill the first two. Mertz responds with a deagle headshot, though, punishes him. Exterminated. And it is all up to God B. And a 1 versus 1. Mertz is behind him. Mertz!
You can stab him.
Oh, he's going to stab him. He's butchered him.
That's such an awkward round to lose. Wow, just from, if you're thinking about it from the get-go, Tizian gave away a kill for nothing, really. Pause, I imagine that's on Biggs. In fact, Heroic doing it.
Let's have a chat.
You just stabbed a man.
Yeah.
Hang on, right?
I did like how they did just drape a dead body as a warning to their opponents.
Yeah, that was quite interesting, very Viking-esque sort of thing.
We're going to take Smooya's head, put it on a spike, and put it outside the house.
But ultimately, that round was so weird, though. Tizian, like, he made that play, which surely you know it's going to be an eco of some kind, or like a force buy. It'll be a weak buy.
Yeah.
By the end, that's all you need to know.
I mean, he took more damage from his Molotov than anything else.
Yeah, that's the other bit. He ran through the fire. He still had a smoke available to him.
He stood in the fire. His own fire.
Such a weird play. And Big, they kind of have to force buy back into it. 2 scouts, an M4 and Tizian, and then CZs again. Heroic, though, doing something a bit more aggressive. They're throwing a lot of early grenades here. Next, managed to get straight into ladder. Modi, that nade will do quite a bit if they stay inside. They dodge it. It's really nicely played. Not there to dodge the second, though. Next takes 31 damage from that one.
Oh, that was a very awkward confrontation. Now Tabster should go down as well. I mean, he gets the adjustment, nearly the follow-up shot as well. That would have been a double kill coming through, but Tizian, he has been able to get in the rear. He can slide down the ladder, then try and punish them, but he will get detected. Spots them out. Smart move, though, to glide over the top at the very least. Awkward trying to fight down there like that. Pop flash going to go in. He delves with it. Actually does get the follow-up kill. Already 2 kills into the round. It's a 2 versus 2. Bomb is down. Smooya
oh my God.
Gets the backstab.
Cillian was there.
Oh, no. The apple crumble's coming through, but he gets the tag. And it's all into the 1 versus 1, but the AWP is out. Cillian. Oh, 4 HP, Ben.
If Smooya just slowed down, I'm pretty sure he stared right at Cillian. As soon as like Smooya walks through, I'm pretty sure he stared at Cillian. And then just went really aggressive towards the player on the left. For no reason. If he'd just held there, he could guarantee both kills with ease. Instead, the Cillian bails them out. Wins that 2v1. Very scrappy 2v1 at that. And finally, the war of attrition won by Heroic. Oh, those nades. Nex and God B down to 14 and 21 HP without even seeing an opponent. So you can see this round being played a lot more slowly, very reserved from Heroic. Smooya is making a bit of a move towards Ali, but I think he's walking straight into the crosshairs of some enemy players. If he were to peek, it could be bad news, although it looks like they're setting for some smokes. Here comes the team main aggression. A lot of grenades being used towards the outside to take control there. Nex was already so low. Very difficult to get anything else after that. Freiburg overwhelmed, it's fair to say. No, it's being so aggressive considering he does have an AWP, but he was running around the Glock out. Probably should have kept the Glock out of looks things, because he's losing this fight right here.
Oh, Smooya the backstab, gets 1 kill and that's a tag, but all the kills are going in favour of Heroic. Modi will punish Tizian, and that is going to be another round, 4-3.
That was still quite scrappy from Heroic, if you think about how many deaths they had. 3 players fell.
None of these rounds have been very clean.
At all. Like, it's been quite...
I suppose that's the nature of killing someone. A lot of blood.
I suppose so. A lot of blood. Smooya and Tabson, the 2 players who... They were originally buying around on Big, on 10 kills and 11 each. They're actually... So Big have kind... Like, well, I was going to say Big have bought in, but Smooya's the only one who's bought in.
Again.
Okay, that's not the first time we've seen that.
It's about the 5th time this week this has happened.
It's so weird, I don't get it. As if, like, maybe Godby, lost in translation sort of thing, Godby's going like half buy and Smooya's hearing buy. And that's it.
I don't know.
Because everybody else knows it's a half buy. How does he not?
But surely it's one of those where it's just like, just wait a minute.
If you see what everybody else buys, you should know what's
Yeah.
And he has revealed that there is an M4 in play as well. Due to that awkward exchange.
I mean, potentially they might over-assume and think that there's more weapons in play, but...
Possibly.
Yeah.
But that's not really a play you want to be trying to make, is it? Fryer gets that kill to God B. He did shoot at the wall there, just as Tabson was walking in as well. Looks like the plan is to take A main control because they don't really know how many CCs might be in there, if any. Tabson about to make the play. Gets that kill.
How has he got away with that?
Doesn't get anything else, thankfully, due to Mertz getting the AWP kill. And the B execute did come in, but Tizian's managed to get in between the players.
Thing is, if Tizian dies, though, Smooya has to save pretty much no matter what.
So Smooya, this should be a save call.
Surely.
He has no kit or anything. Bomb will be planted. That's Smooya, off in his merry way for the save. I really don't get it.
I don't know. Because it's not even as if this is a one-off. This is something we've seen happen quite consistently now.
Maybe, so there's one way of thinking about it, right? You could argue that if this was an actual call made, maybe God B calls, okay, Smooya or Tabson, bye. If you get kills in this round and save the round, cool, we win the round, cool, that's fine. If you don't, I'll drop you an AWP next round anyway. I'll take a pistol from you, that'll be it. Because we have seen God B be quite selfless with his buys.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. He knows that, you know, one of those two on an AWP will be more effective average amount of time.
So Smooya drops across the AK this time to Nex.
God B buys the AUG.
And the AWP will go back to Smooya as well, so double AWP in play. Because like, you can't guarantee that he'll be able to save that gun into the next round each time, because that's what's happened here. He's able to give the AK across, somebody else drops him an AWP.
Yeah.
Early smokes outside being used by Heroic though. Smooya going for the pick towards B. He did see a player close, but the second flashbang misses. It was right over his head. A lot of flashes come in. It's going to be an outside take. Tizzy will be arriving late, but Nex, he's already started off strong.
Ooh. Estag going to get that kill on towards
Flashback.
Nex. The other two players coming in as well. Cillian. Fast flick as he takes down the first man. Modi going to be able to help them out and bail them out of this round. It's just Tabson and Smooth that remain. The Orcs need to do so much work now, but they're in close proximity. They're not in a great position to really deal with this push, but it is, however, it's a 2 versus 2. Flashbang in, push going to come around. Modi eventually gets that frag on Smooya, but took so much effort out of him. They're watching the rear as well. They know Tabson could be coming from this angle, and he's not fully clearing it, Ben. Bomb's going to go down. Tabson starts to advance, gets back into position here. They stay crouched, they stay low to the ground, like a lizard, as they'll get out of there.
So Cillian making the big wrap here. Tabson doesn't have a kit, but he is making his way towards backtracks. This timing can be very bad for Cillian.
Oh.
He is watching it. It's a beautiful kill to find. Heroic taking a further lead. The outside take working really well. So I mentioned Nex getting 3 kills in the pistol. He's got 4 now. So he's had 1 kill since then. Obviously the rounds haven't gone in their favour too well. He hasn't really been able to get involved since that pistol. A lot of noise towards B though, Tizian. Holding onto that smoke a bit long though. Still holding on to it. Tabson did see the shadow of a player when he jumped across there. And Heroic. It looks like the B execute will be the call. And Big have made the call to just stack it. 3 players on this bomb site. Nex, God B and Tizian. It's a really nice pop flash, and Nex is able to get away as well. It's running into the Deagle galore Warriors. And Cillian's so low as well. Bit of an awkward one, especially when it's just Mertz and him available.
Oh,
that's a lovely shot.
That was really quite tidy. Smooya now and the 1 versus 2 are going to be pushing up. But they're out of there. Going to skedaddle over towards A. It's a 2v1. They've got better firearms to deal with this. And Smooya's blocked off, stands in the molly, uses the power play, but he burns to death.
It's done it a bit too long. Perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge confidence ball. You'd have to kill the first guy, instantly get the headshot on the second guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was one of those, if he lands it, great.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I guess it does.
Probably lose anyway, so yeah 1-0.
Pause comes in though. Perhaps on the side of big this time. Because 7-3, it's quite a deficit this building. Maybe learning from the previous map, because that game wasn't particularly great from big.
No.
And they did realise if we'd had a lesser deficit going into our T side, we probably could have won that. This time, you can see it's been built against them now. 4 rounds down already.
Are we going to see Godby switching up a little bit here as well? As he has whipped out the A1, not the AUG.
It's an interesting choice.
Mm.
So Heroic sticking with the 4 AK and AWP purchases that they have been having success with. Look how aggressive this is though. They've gone straight down ladder, but it's straight into the double stack. Godby and Nex were playing close. Tabson covers one as well. And they're just covering every single angle. Asilian on his own now.
I mean, they're winning the round, but not by a huge margin. It's still been very expensive.
They should be able to recover the second AWP though, unless Tizian.
You'd hope so, yeah.
Heroic though, that's another classic call though, where I was going to say, they might pause because of it. So, Asilian's calls sometimes, if it's out of a pause, he might try and catch the other team off guard. It happened on Dust 2. He went for B rushes every now and then just to see if he can catch them off guard. It's a high-risk, high-reward play. Because obviously if it works, great, you'll be thinking, that's a fantastic call.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, you run into a wall like they did. And, you know, they lose a round, which they probably could have played slowly and perhaps done something a bit more methodical.
7-4 scoreline. Heroic off the back of this pause. Let's see what they're going to opt to do into this round. As big. They won that one, but it was still incredibly messy, so their cash isn't great. The same can be said for Heroic. Both teams into an awkward position. This next round, very important to decide the fate of the teams here, Ben, in the early game as we move into round 12.
Big again, doing a bit of a full court press towards outside. 3 players playing really aggressive towards yard. Allowing Tabson to hold the angle, and from there they're clearing it forward. Essetag with just a Tech 9 along with his full buy. So B-Hall's control has been achieved by Heroic. Smoke from Nex will come in, allowing Tizian to keep his grenades for another day. Tabson uses a Molotov to try and hold back the aggression towards ladder. 2 smokes being set up outside there by, I believe it is Asilian and Mertz. But with the information that Godby has, this will be quite easy to telegraph. Unless they killed Godby and actually push through, it'll be very easy to know that this is a fake. Could have been a bit quieter.
Yeah, it did make a bit of noise there.
That could have been a bit quiet. Modi recognising that Essetag might be a superior player in that instance. And having to commit to it though. Godby stuck behind the flashes. EXU is going to have to come in. And Tizian, that's an awkward position to put yourself in.
Yeah, it's very bold, but the flick up somehow. They stay alive that long. Ryback actually team killed Essetag when he dropped in front of him, Ben. That's what went on there. Bomber's going to be planted to 3-on-3 retake situation now. But they've already lost Tabson. Mertz was able to connect the shot with the AWP. Smooya goes bounding in. Godby and Smooya both have AWPs into this one. It's not the best situation, but Smooya playing close, just pushing up for the contact face. Shots money in the back and gets the follow-up frag as he's assisted by Godby. Asilian needs to backstab now. Might get one, but he's left versus Smooya. Smooya can just jump on the bomb. That's all he's got to do. Just hold it for the defuse.
Question is, does he live? Because if he dies...
Yes. No. Yes.
He actually lives with it, and he gets the AWP back as well. Asilian, you could argue he probably should have got his Glock out instead.
Yeah, probably rather than the knife, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get some payback, perhaps. Well, actually, I was going to say payback, but that doesn't even make sense.
No.
This was one that stabbed God B. Another pause comes through.
The Glock is mightier than the pen.
At distance, especially. Yeah. So, Heroic, is that 3 pauses on the bounce?
Seems like it.
Yeah. I know, it is 3 pauses on the bounce, but the first one was big.
Yeah.
It was 7-3, wasn't it? So, really having to think about it, because that was a 3v2 post plan. Obviously, Moddy, there's not much he can do. He was stuck on site, both sides covered. But then, they just didn't really play. I reckon that's Sicilian possibly raging at his team because of the actual, you know, the fact that they were able to die and not give him a chance to get the full wraparound. Heroic recognizing though that Big won't have much money still, forcing straight back into it. Smokes was outside going through this. Molotov and Ladder delays it if it were a quick play from them. And this is going to be the optic. Smokes coming in. Going straight down Ladder. Next gets the first one. Should get the second one as well. That's the push. Completely disjointed. 2 players left. Big. This could be a very clean one for them to win.
Oh, got B. Coming through with the AUG, gets the first, will go down, Asilian will trade it back with the UMP. But Asilian now just stuck, waiting, knows the entire team is coming towards him, hungry to try and take him down. So they fire off their warning shots, he is going to push through, should be killed, but gets 1 headshot off. Oh, they both run out of ammo. Luckily Tizian and Tabson can work together there to find that frag. And it does go 7-6, Ben.
Yeah, Big started off slow again, but this time they've regained footing. They've got straight back into the game. Not created the massive deficit that they had compared to that previous map, Dust 2. They were down 11-4 at the half.
Yeah.
This time you're already looking at minimum. It'll be a 6-9 in favour of Heroic.
And they're doing an airstrike. What's going on with these nades?
An airstrike straight up towards the site. That's going to catch Tabson.
Oh.
He's kind of accepted it there, hasn't he?
He just accepted his
he
fate.
Just stood still, like, I guess I did.
Airstrike inbound.
The thing is, what do you sure you get the kill, right? You get the man advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, what else do you get?
Moddy Deagle kills. That's what you get.
Apparently. And hopefully trying to overwhelm Smuya. Dink come across. He's still got more than 50 health, though.
Big nade.
His is proving to be quite a costly round for Big. If they're able to work out properly with weapons they have, I was going to say S-Tag, he doesn't have armor.
Oh, he's lucky. Gets that kill. It's 1v1, Ben, versus Next. Next has a smoke, though.
He's got no kit.
Oh, he's throwing the smoke too far.
It's a bit too far if he's upper.
Oh.
I didn't believe that he might not be defusing in that side.
Yeah, thought he'd be on the shrouded side of the smoke. He was not. That's a full 10-second defuse. Does have time, though. 7-7, but a very all-over-the-shop round. It was like a pick and mix.
He had an airstrike, he had a deagle wallbang. And a nice defuse to finish it all off. So 7-7. Winner of this round will win this half. However, it's a very close scoreline. Heroic, you could argue, had pretty much a full buy. Near enough every round, really, this half, despite it being 7-7. It looks like they are recognising that Tizian might be a bit of a weakness towards B.
Keeping their heads low to the ground as they make that move in towards B. Instant Molotov drop there from Tizian.
No flashes used. One player goes through it, everybody else bails.
Good.
That's a classic call of abort. Freiburg's like, I'm in.
I'm dead.
Yeah. That's a really unfortunate situation to be a part of there. The double drop will come through. Oh, there is nobody actually playing down there. So Smoothie playing a lot better this map. 17 kills. Clearly feeling a lot more comfortable with his AWP. They've missed the E-box smoke. they're going to come out expecting something to be there on the right-hand side. But instead, it will not be there at all.
Oh, Smooya finds the first kill, eliminates Marty. The juicy backstab as well. Dives down and gets that punishing kill on Mert, seeming like he's much more awake now to the later stages of this map on train. 8-7 is going to be the half. Big, starting to lock it down, but they have to carry on that newfound momentum into this second half here. Heroic, some ups and downs. It's been a bit of a roller coaster.
And apparently they might want to get off because they were 7-3 up at one point. Now losing 8-7. Not won around in quite a while here. And Smooya is starting to get into the rhythm of the night by the looks of things.
All night. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Well, 8-7, Ben. Physically as close as it can be at the half. Second half pistol. Going to have a lot riding on it for either of these two teams to hedge their bets out and set themselves into a good position. Wonder if we're going to see any more backstabs.
Some heel turns.
Hmm.
Unknown. What we do know, though, is that Big, the momentum is with them. Heroic need this pistol, I feel. They need to get themselves back into it. Asilian taking the hit. He's going to go for the kit and the smoke. Godby and Tizian once more taking the grenades themselves. So that is the Z smoke, I believe, coming in. Oh no.
Oh no.
Where is that going? Oh, that's an issue. In front of green.
Oh
train.
wow.
That's nice. Really awkward bounce, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But here comes the take.
Oh.
Straight out, but there's a player at E-Box.
The electrician's kicking off, Ben. Checking both of the cables and they're faulty. He's put them both down. Left into the 3-on-3 now. Tizian getting up close and personal, but being touched up. Oh, and death from above by Modi as he peeks out, finds the headshot on Nex. This is looking good for Heroic. A couple more frags need to go their way and they can lock it down, but Godby has other ideas in mind. Finds that headshot onto Modi. Begins to slide around. Asilian with the kill on Tizian. And it's all up to Godby. And the 1 versus 2. Barely stays alive there as the shots come whizzing by him. He hasn't taken any damage into this one yet. And he does have a clear path towards B.
Asilian's managed to hold on to that smoke this whole time as well, and they're trying to make the play. Asilian just running straight forward. That's a free kill. It's now 1v1. Just Freiberg left. He should be able to get the smoke and defuse kit that was on the floor, but Godby, no armor. He's actually committing to this battle. This is quite peculiar, and he wins it! That's such a weird round to take from that. I said that Heroic probably do need to, you know, get the pistol to get themselves back into it, but it's a bad start.
Yeah, not ideal at all. Then we'll go 9-7. Huge play from Godby. And a pause. Instant comes into effect. Tactical pause for Big after winning a round. It's become quite a common trend for them now.
Yeah, really want to talk things over, perhaps not feeling like they've got enough time to explain what they want to do with this buy, perhaps, what they want to do with the round. Question is, it could also be a bit of a mind game as well, because if you're Heroic, you're now overthinking things. You might be baited into thinking, we could probably talk about buy here if you want to go for it, when in fact it might not be the best idea.
No. Probably wouldn't be. You'd probably be better off just holding out. The talk is over. Now is the time for actions, Ben. We're back into the game. It's a 9-7 scoreline. And the buy is mostly MAC-10s. 1 MP7 there on Nex. And just the AK for Tabson. Because when he picks up the AK, he slays from far away, Ben. It's going to make Heroic hit the DECK.
Hopefully.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Heroic, they are planning to actually stack towards the inner bomb site. Obviously, I mentioned that they might be baited into trying to go for a buy. They have not. The only investment is the 2 P250s that are on that bomb site. B-Take will come in. However, no players will, though. Big and stacked, instead, will opt to go for the A bomb site. A lot of grenades being used. You can see the swarm of CTs making their way across.
Oh, early tags coming through. He does begin to punish, gets the first. Freiburg goes down. Vasilian as well, gonna be punished by Gobby's Mach 10. It's just on Modi and Mertz. Mertz goes for the peak, and he's been Mach 10'd.
Smoothie should be able to deal with Modi as well. Dealt with, but because of the 4 SMGs being available, I was going to say, how many players on the heroic side are going to have head armor? 3 of them have got head armor so far. Mertz, he's debating whether he goes for a scout, perhaps. Head armor on Essetag. Mertz goes for an AUG, but no head armor. Smoothie did upgrade his Mach 10 to an AWP.
Ooh.
He takes the fight straight to Vasilian. Vasilian had an M4 in that position. That's quite an unusual one. But the AUG coming into good effect.
Yeah, looking tasty there, as Mertz will be able to get the slam down on Tabson, eliminates him, leaves it into 4 versus 4. There's a minute and 30 seconds on the clock. And Big, they can play it slow. They can afford to. They know they've got the firm hand on the round. They do have the weaker buy versus these M4s, though, so Smooya's AWP will be quite a critical set piece. He needs to do an awful lot with it. And Mertz, with his God B impression, can he keep it up? Can he find anything else with that AUG?
There's a second kill from him in this round. You're mentioning Smooya's AWP is a big factor because of the gunpowder. However, Mertz...
Oh, he's burning.
He's run through the fire multiple times there.
He's burning.
3v2, Freiburg and Modi, both are here. However, Freiburg, he's managed to get into heaven. Do they expect it? Or they've heard the lad, they've heard him drop as well. He's making a lot of noise here.
He is quite loud, Ben. Oh no.
He hasn't actually stopped the plant though. It's still gone down. There's no kit.
Yeah, this is really rough. And the longer this bomb ticks down, the worse situation they're in. Freiburg's back is so exposed. Starts pushing up, does spot the player in Pop Dog. But now he's just going to hold. Just holds the angle. Next, going to go back through. MP7 finds the headshot. I mean, he's on the bomb, but he forces him off. Freiburg on 50 HP. Still doesn't know the location of Tizian. Tizian will get the kill. And next should be sprinting back to try and grab Smooya's AWP, but they're not going to bother. They don't really want it.
Apparently not. I reckon Smooya wanted it.
Probably, but, you know, you don't get what you want. Want doesn't mean get.
Instead, he'll be bought one. Next. He knows he didn't grab the gun for his boy. We'll drop him one now. Big tactical pause. Trying to see what they want to do into this one as well. So a classic, okay, it seems to be a common trend for them today. Pause after winning rounds. I imagine it's a bit of a tilting thing as well if you're against it too. Because, you know, like, why are they pausing? They don't need to pause, they just won the round sort of thing. It wasn't even like a crazy disparity either. They went SMGs and they still won.
How many pauses they got left?
I think they've won. And Heroic, I think, have 2. Because Big used one at 7-3 down, and then Heroic did it twice.
They've both got one left each.
Both one left each. You can argue we've got a minimum 5 rounds guaranteed still left as well.
Yeah, ooh! Scoutberg.
Gets a tag onto Tizian as well, but he was taken out by Smooya. They're running straight into 2 players at the actual CT steps there. And Essetag, he just doesn't stop moving. He just keeps on pushing. This round is going from bad to worse for Big. All started with that kill from Freiburg. It's all on next now. He literally has no idea what his opponents are, other than, you know, the player Ali. Essetag did pick up the AWP as well. This was actually not a value round for Heroic. They just got some scouts in here and there. Some armor here and there as well. Essetag, he's watching this gap, but he's just moved off. Did get the tag, at the very least. They're actually double peeking it. The players are low. And Essetag, he's made the big rotate. Vasilian gets killed. Next knows he was towards Ali. However, no longer there. Doesn't expect him anyway. He misses! He did jump straight out as well. Very awkward here. I think he did see him.
Ooh.
His team must be screaming.
Out.
He must have seen him, right?
Yeah, surely. Oh, Neck's going to find the kill. Eliminates that tag, takes them down. 12-7, Ben. As they're picking up these rounds.
That's an awkward 1v3 to lose as well.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly, he got the tag to begin with. He then misses the shot, which you could argue is the same level of difficulty as that tag he got. If not less as well. But next, I was saying he had only 4 kills by the time I think it was round 8. Got 3 of those in the pistol. He's now on 20. Recovered very well. So aggressive from Modi. Does work out for him, despite no help from his teammates. And unfortunately for God B, he dropped straight into it before the flash had even passed. And they're winning all the gunfights here on the side of Heroic. Everything is going their way. Tizian and Xmuya left. I was going to say, the money's not great on them either. Takes just a matter of time. The smoke behind him is going to fade any second. Gets that kill. Everybody knows where he is now. No, it's misses.
Oh no.
It's a very costly round, just considering the situation they were in.
Yeah, actually being able to force them into a pretty tight spot there with the amount of frags found. Cash is terrible though for Big. So it should go 12-9 really.
They're buying into it somewhat. You can see like pistol armor on Smooth and God B, Tabson as well now. This might be just a fast play towards outside here. Smooth running straight out, he's going to Molotov towards the back of Green Train. Jumps out as well, but he's running straight through some fire. And Mertz did the same. Just God B left. A very clean round. Not many grenades were actually wasted either from the side of Heroic. And Big, they still don't have a buy here. This will be another pistol armor round, I feel. Call does get made. Pistol armor on 2 of them. The rest of them just getting pistols, along with some grenades. God B doing the same smoke he did on the pistol round. Should be a fast ladder play. S-Tag is here, he smokes it. And that will delay it, unless their flashbang's coming through. But Tabson somehow gets 2 kills towards B. They're not going to expect Modi to be here. The question is, how long does he want to wait for this play? He knows this play on lower, but... Next! Unfortunately, Tabson is allowed to get that orbital into Freiburg as well. This round, it's so bizarre. It's just S-Tag left, and they do know where he is. Tabson's had a great round. Gets the 4th of the round as well.
Yeah, that's huge. Really, really nicely played around there from Tabson, being able to punish all of them. They do still have a lot of money, though, in the bank of Heroics that the CT side can reinvest and get a full buy back out into this one. Round 23 now. Big. If they win the next 3 rounds, they'll be taking the game. They just have to try and keep it going.
Heroic do force back into it. The issue is if they lose this one, the money, it'll be all gone. They're playing that 3 towards B setup again. Tabson missing the shot. Modi did peek as well, but he didn't actually get taken down either. They're going to Molotov him out. He's already used his smoke. He has to just run through the flames. Doesn't take much damage for it, though. Tizian should know that smoke didn't come from very close. It was thrown from pretty much near E-box. So after the early aggression from Tabson, slowed down a lot. Big no, they need to slow it down. They need to find some picks here and there. They don't really have a read other than from what Tizian knows towards Ali. Smear is actually going to drop down. It's the same error that God B made earlier on against S-Tag. Tizian did finally get some influence towards outside through Ivy. And God B, that's a nice frag. So potentially going to go up the plant here, Heroic. The 2 players in ladder. Here comes the flash. But God be, surely that's
no.
easy for him to deal with. Instead, he
didn't see
whiffs.
the second. He didn't even realise he was there.
That's a really unusual one.
And like, you're in the perfect angle for that as well.
Yeah.
The one time they don't check it and just, you're fine.
That's so weird. So instead of securing that round big, 13 to 10, they can still get a buy-in. The money on Heroic side isn't great still as well. But Heroic managed to get the double AWP out. Essetag and Mertz both picking one up each. Despite it being a bit of an AWP's paradise, Mertz hasn't had much influence on the CC side with his AWP. He was a main factor in them actually getting towards, you know, that match point on Dust 2. Heroic now playing 4 players towards outside. Compared to the rounds before, we saw 3 players inside, and that flash is perfect. Cillian should be killed here.
Tapson gets the first kill. Follow-up frag as well going their way, Ben. This could be the 14th round picked up if they carry on in this manner. They're looking very effective, and Tabson doing it all on his lonesome. Essetag, the only one on the side that will get the kill. The response from Smooya is brilliant. And it is now just Modi left at a 1 versus 3.
I feel like he needs to save, unless they gave him a chance apparently. Smooya, he was AWPing the angle. Modi trying to get out, he does. So with that, Smooya changes the way he was positioned. Tap comes through. Smooya checks it. Playing the movement game. Modi does have a kill. Smooya just bounding away. Godby does get the kill. But big, you can see the money in Heroic. It's diabolical. The force buy has to come through. And now big, all they need to do is convert this one, and you could argue that is probably game from there. Pistol armor, a scout on Mertz. The fast pick towards main coming in from Tabson. Just watching that red train peek though. It's very lucky that Smooya did put the Molotovs down, because there was a flash peek coming through from Freiburg. He sat in Freiburg's molly for quite a bit there as well. Next, watching that push towards B. And finally, Freiburg, he does get taken down by Tizian, but he does a lot of damage to him. Oh, Tabson. Straight through the top of the train. Mertz as well, unfortunately peeking at that angle. Means he is visible. Essetag. He's trying to play close, but he's going to be sandwiched any time. Depends how long is he willing to wait. He needs to make a move of some kind. Here it comes. Taps it. That's an incredible flick. 15 to 10 now, big. They're in complete control of this.
Yeah, they need 1 round. And Heroic don't have a lot of money, Ben.
Yeah, the money's not on their side. I mentioned it last round. It was a horrendous buy. They did force into it. They didn't want to try and play for that overtime scenario. Instead, they wanted to win right there and then. They were not able to get it. Heroic now, pretty much the same buy coming through. This time Freiburg with the scout instead of Mertz. Tabson keeping the AWP himself. Modi, he's playing close to this, and Tabson's just charging through. He gets the kill as well. That's outrageous from Tabson.
Yeah, I think this could be it, Ben. Shaping up like it might be a 16-10 victory for Big, especially if Tabson carries on finding kills like this. Going to launch out the HE grenade as well. Won't do too much.
Smooya jeopardizing these outside players. Essetag does finally take him down, but got to be thinking too little too late. 1v4 Essetag doesn't get it. 16 to 10 in favor of Big. Looking a lot better on train.
Yeah.
Dust 2.
That is very true. Obviously, both of the maps that we actually thought they would have a good affair against Heroic on, because the maps they've looked very good on the past couple of days. Dust 2, issues there. Train, though, what we expected to see. Very clean, very clinical stuff, Ben.
Yeah, it looks a lot better, and you could see Smooya finally waking up. Tabson as well, showing towards the end. Both of those, I think they had 27 kills each, at least. Ultimately, as you said, we thought they'd be better in Dust 2. They were a bit slow starting on that. Instead, they get their things going on train, and that means they get 8 points today out of 12 available.
which is pretty good. Obviously walking away with a large majority there, which will help them. They needed to try and get as many results in their favor as possible now at this point because they played a lot of games. So majority points each time means they're at least going to be towards the top end of the standings by the end of the season, trying to get themselves a better seed going into the LAN finals.
Yeah, they do only have 4 games left now, though. We'll be seeing another one tomorrow, I believe, as well. So they'll be basically guaranteed knowing how many points they'll have for the end of the season by tomorrow, whereas the teams around them have played near enough, maybe 10 less games.
Yeah.
It's quite a scary thought.
It is definitely different compared to what we expected to see, but at this point we have the results for the day. So it was a 19-17 victory for Big there versus Windigo to open it up. They then went on to win the second map as well. That was much more dominant, 16-4 on Overpass. The second series of the day was a 16-10 and a 14-16 with FaZe and North, splitting maps and trading points to each other. And then another point trade that came up to round out the day. Big versus Heroic that we just witnessed. That was a 16-11 on Dust 2 for Heroic and a 16-10 for Big on Train.
Yeah, looking at those A-Stream results there, I was surprised to see G2 actually grab the map off of Na'Vi. However, they weren't able to do that against Astralis, as they got a total of 5 rounds.
Very quick games.
Yeah, think about it this way. Astralis, they dropped 7 rounds on Overpass today.
Yeah.
In 2 games.
Quite a shocker. But they did lose a map. Na'Vi get a map off them. Interesting that Na'Vi were able to beat Astralis, and and G2 actually beat Na'Vi as well. So a bit of a flippy-floppy one.
Yeah, Astralis taking 10 points of possible 12 there as well. I think they've basically guaranteed they've got the #1 seed now as well, because they were already growing with a big advantage towards the top of the sport, like the leaderboard, and that pretty much advances it further. Na'Vi were the only team we thought they might catch them, but now after that result, it's probably done.
Yeah, not looking likely. Talking about things being done, we are finished for the day here on the B stream. There is still more to come, however. One final day of this week. We'll be live tomorrow at the same time, same place. Check it out tomorrow.